Alright, so welcome to our show. We don't know what it's called yet.
Hey!
My name's Arsh.
I'm Jay.
And to start off every show, we decided that we should make cocktails, right? So
And today we're going to make White Russians because I don't know how it works.
it's not too bad. And we're going to put a holiday twist on it and use a little bit of eggnog. So really, I don't know which one you're technically supposed to start with, but I like to start with the vodka. Make sure I get enough of it in. So you just say when.
Feels good right there.
Okay. Yeah, it'll take about that much. A little more. And then get your eggnog, and put that in. You do like eggnog, right?
Not really, but here we go.
Good.
It's for the camera.
Absolutely. And then, well, let's use your Kahlua here.
Yeah.
Because that's the traditional, dude kind of way of making it.
Go for it.
And then we just need a little ice to top it off. So you give it a little stir too. Alright, so we're just going to add the ice.
A little ice here.
Perfect.
Even ice there.
There we go. And then we've got maybe something to stir it with.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Just give it a little stir.
I think this could turn into a cooking / cocktail
This could be
channel here.
what it's all about. I don't know.
There's probably no other ones around.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Right.
It's good.
Yeah, like it? Even with the eggnog in it?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Spike the eggnog. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's holidays. What do you do?
All right, so let's get in the hot tub, right?
That's what we came for.
I like this. We might have to turn the bubbles down a little bit. I like it. Very nice. So what made you decide to get the hot tub?
I didn't. Are we on?
yeah, we are.
Edit that out.
We're live.
That'll be
Yeah.
on the blooper reel. I really decided to. My soon-to-be ex-wife decided she wanted one, and we was kind of already halfway paid for everything by the time we separated. So I just went ahead and said I was going to get it anyway. So
I think it's a good call. I like it.
it's never a bad idea to have a hot tub.
No.
I don't think.
Sorry, I didn't mean to touch meat with you.
I don't know though.
I didn't mean to make it weird.
It's fine. If we do our 100th episode, we'll look back on this, have a good laugh.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
How things started.
You think they can hear us? I wonder that.
Hey,
Anyone?
the audience, all the people can watch. Yes, they can hear us.
Mm-hmm. Where does one ash the cigar, do you think? That's silly.
That feels like a bad spot.
Yeah.
I would. You know what? We should switch spots because back here is probably best.
Okay. Get over there.
Our next hot tub segment here, we're gonna have this down.
All right.
There we go.
This is it.
This is the
Back
way.
here. This is where.
Yep, that's can't lose back there.
All right. No, I can't see my notes exactly, so we'll just kind of go off script here.
What I hoping to do.
I feel like we should talk about the premise of the show first of all. Just maybe back up to that.
Okay. Well, there is no premise. Just randomly text me that Amanda thought it would be a good idea for us to do a video together.
Are you friends with your neighbors, by the way?
It's a weird relationship.
Okay.
But back to that, we decided we should just make one together, make magic happen, and so far, we haven't done that. The people hang with us.
You never know. It might happen. Well, I thought it's a bad straw. Yeah. I thought maybe one of the goals of the show. I was doing some research, and YouTube has become very popular in India, and so I thought maybe our goal could be to become the most popular American TV show on YouTube in India.
That's a large goal, but I don't see why not.
I didn't see a whole lot of other people trying to do it, so I thought maybe that could be our niche.
Fine. How do we reach out to these folks?
It's a great question, and I don't know yet, but
This is the pilot show.
yeah, we're just testing it out. One idea I had was we could get on Azar and we could actually talk to some people from India.
We can attempt to.
I'll bet though, if we pay a little money, we can limit it by country.
I bet we'd be the first people to pay money to not just talk to women, but just talk to some.
We might be. I don't know. We can try that.
So, see if I can throw $3 together. What we can do.
I also know some.
Yeah, I didn't acknowledge that.
Yeah, I did. I acknowledge what?
Yeah.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
There you go.
I also have some people I know who are Indian that I thought maybe they'd be willing to talk to me, but I haven't been able to have time to schedule that yet. So
Yeah,
we'll work that into the show.
the details then.
But yeah, that could be the premise of the show. And just,
Reach out to India, make drinks. Hot tub. Hot tub gonna be part of it. We're gonna do this in the hot tub at all times.
well, I was thinking that would be a good reason
Yeah,
for me to use the hot
that's
tub.
true.
So I kind of like that
This
idea.
costs a lot of money. I want a good excuse
Yeah.
to say I own it. First time I've had something in here and quite some. Usually a lovely tub experience.
Hey, I'm glad that we can,
I feel like I'm
welcome
getting
not
my
just
word
me,
now.
but you welcomed, the whole world.
Just all of India.
All of India.
Yeah, welcome in this tub.
I'm envisioning, like, in a future show, one day we actually travel to India and we get to meet
I like
all
that.
our fans and, we have a great time. That's what I'm envisioning.
Okay, that's gonna happen.
I don't know how soon.
So what can we talk about that's interest them?
We were going to talk about swinging.
Oh, India's a big swinging hotspot.
I don't know either, but now it's a good way to find out.
We'll get it popular over there.
So we can, we can see if that has any appeal.
I like where this is going.
So how much of the experience do you want to talk about? How much?
I'm open to any questions
Any questions about swinging?
about anything, but yeah, swinging.
So let's start off with. For people who don't know, what is swinging?
For people that don't know, swinging is you and your partner, whether it be your wife or girlfriend or other, decide to make friends, but not just any kind of friends. Friends you ultimately end up having some sort of sexual contact with.
And now I won't imagine that this is easy to come by. Like, how do you find out whether somebody is a swinger? How do you come into contact with people in the swinging community?
Oh, that's a little something called the internet, and it's basically no different than your dating sites, but these are special sites dedicated to swinging. So you just get on there and sign up, meet people there.
Okay.
At least that's what I do. I'm sure there's an old school way of just going out and assuming that people are and then going for it and see what happens.
That seems much riskier.
They had to do it some way like in the 60s and stuff. So. But I've only experienced that one time.
Oh, really? So you have experienced the situation where you just happened to upon a couple that was, also swinging?
Oh, they were swingers, but it turned out that they they did that. I don't know if they were originally swingers and done that before, or we just met them and somehow talked them into it. I don't know how that worked, but it was. We were just at a restaurant one time, and we were sitting, and there was a couple by us, and we struck up conversation and had a good time. Nothing to do with swinging or anything, but just normal, conversations. Yeah. And at the end, the lady gave us her and her husband's number. So I was like, oh, this feels like a swinging thing, though. So we started like a group chat, and we started hanging out on the weekends and such. And the next thing you know, we're over the house and stuff happened. So then it turns bad, as always does in swinging.
It does?
Oh yeah,
Always?
I would say out of all the couples we met, I would say there was only one actual couple that there was no drama involved and they didn't get divorced. And I don't know the exact man, but we've met quite many. That's we met a lot of couples. Then it didn't end up going on, but just me, and that's the fun part because obviously swinging is a small community and it's considered weird, and so usually the people that are into it are also kind of different. So usually I would say 90% of the time it doesn't even end up in anything, but you go out and just get to know these people, and it's a good time. People are good. And then usually I don't know if you know the term ghosting and dating, but that happens a lot in swinging. So we'll go out and think you have a good time, and most couples have this rule that they never play on the first day. They get to know you. And that's usually code for, we just say that in case we don't like you and don't feel pressure to do anything. So typically, if nothing happens on the first, you're never going to see them again. And once you're, I guess, a veteran in the swinging, you kind of know where you kind of tell. At the beginning, you're kind of offended and you thought things went well, but it's always something.
Man, I just have so many questions.
I have all the answers.
I don't even know where to start.
This is a good first episode. I think it's going to get people in.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And our mutual friends that don't know about me now look at me differently.
That's going to be awesome. How big, you said it's a small community. How far would you be, potentially traveling for a meetup?
Actually, the central southern Ohio area is pretty cool. Over like Fort Wayne, Indiana is kind of big over there, and a couple of spots in Kentucky. But a lot of people from there come over here because I guess it's more active up here. And other people, depending on your profession, they don't want to be close to their hometown anyway.
Right.
So it's kind of their getaway to kind of live their second life or whatever.
Interesting.
Because a lot of professionals are into it. I would say nurses, teachers, and military are probably 90% of the people we met. Everybody's a nurse or a teacher, and obviously if you're a teacher, that's, as you would know, you don't want that advertised because, you work with kids and all that stuff.
I'm worried about even talking about it on YouTube.
So it's interesting, but yes, a lot if you find a girl swinger, chances are she's probably a nurse. So, in my experience.
And now I'm just thinking about business opportunities because I got that Airbnb down in southern Ohio. Maybe that could be a great meetup for some swingers.
Oh, that'd be a good swing time.
That's a nice spot, right? That'd be a good swinging location.
Absolutely.
I don't know. Walk me through, help me envision what a good swinging location looks like.
A good swinging location is anywhere that there's probably not neighbors around and you can fit a decent amount of people for swinging. And you got enough, I guess, beds or other ways of sleeping and or activity to accommodate people.
So let's talk about that. Is it generally everybody all just, have a good time, or are there, side things happening, or
what's going on? You know what? I've never actually been to a house party is what they call it, where I've been invited but never actually went. But I guess people that have large houses out in the country and have hot tubs and pools and all that, they'll have big parties, and like I said, most everybody knows each other because, like I said, small community. So usually everybody kind of at least knows who everybody is. And so I don't know how it works in those things. I've heard stories, which I don't know if true. Like there's an old myth to where they have parties and there's a big bowl and you all put your keys in there, and at the end of the night you take the keys out. Whoever's keys that is, you meet up with them and then whatever. But that's kind of probably outdated because the swing is actually a pretty low pressure situation. Right? If you're not into it, like it's one of those things you got to be able to take the rejection. Because I mean, most people, especially couples, like. There's very few to where all four people like are attracted to each other and all that stuff. Right. So I mean, it's a lot of. Usually, it's like the guy likes the girl, but the other girl doesn't like the other guy, and that kind of stuff. So back then it was like what you kind of had to like everybody just had to do whatever. But it's not like that anymore. Right. Especially for them, like it's very low pressure. It's all about like the comfort of people. So that was the kind of surprising thing because I was kind of scared to go to some of the clubs and stuff because I thought it was going to be like, old people like trying to hit on us and then, I don't like turning people down, so we do. But it's really not bad. It's actually much better than probably going to like especially for a woman, to like a regular club or a bar because like if they say no, like that's it. It's none of that. Like keep going, like they keep eyeing you and somebody gets in trouble, they're gone. So.
Now, so are you saying these are like swinging clubs?
Yeah, that's what our experience mostly is.
Where I didn't even know that there were some things.
The one we usually went to was in Middletown, which sounds like a terrible time, but actually it's for what it is, a pretty nice little place. And it's basically just like a club, and you go in and it's got tables, it's got a dance floor, where they even have a DJ, and you can get in there and dance. You can dance naked. Like once you get in there, clothes are optional. And then they have a bar, but they can't serve you because I guess it's the type of club it is. So you bring your own, and you make your own drinks. And you give it to them, and they'll make you drinks because they'll give you mixers and stuff. Mm-hmm. And then if you go on Saturday at this club, they have like a little buffet. Wow, which is not the first time it was somebody's birthday, so they went all out. I was like, this is great. And then like next time it was just like hot dogs and nachos. And I'm probably one of the few people who probably eat there, get there and get hungry.
So. Is this like this is like a club you join?
Yeah, pretty much. You have like a membership. Like if you're a couple, it's like but for single guys, they only let so many like single guys in there. So once they hit and they do like background checks, and like it's pretty serious when it comes to them. And it's they have a thing to where you can like send your girlfriend and wife if she wants to go there by herself, and then she's got like a personal like security thing to where they'll watch her and make sure she gets to her car all right. So, wow, it's interesting.
That is so interesting. And what can I ask the name of this club? I mean,
it's called Synday.
I'm assuming it's
with the S. It's like Cincinnati Dayton because but it's called Sin. We'll play on words there.
Synday. Okay.
So,
clever. I like it.
So hopefully they might be sponsoring our channel here. That could be great. But yeah, it's fun. You just go there and drink and. Like it says, it's just like any other place. Like most of the people are the same people there all the time. Sometimes you get new people, and it's they have their own like little dating. Like their website is kind of like a dating too, so you can find couples that are members, and you can talk to them. And like if you hit it off, you can meet up there and all that good stuff instead of like going out and spending a lot of money. You can bring your own alcohol and all. It's fascinating. So, yeah, it's interesting. They have pool tail, all that. And then. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna go all through that, and then they have like locker rooms, all this. But if you end up hitting it off or whatever, they have a hallway you go down, and then on the left there's like rooms with doors, and on the right it's like one big giant bed, but it's sectioned off, and then there's like sheer curtains. So that's like if you want to be watched while you're at it. And so the rule is on those. There's like that sheer curtain so everybody can see, and then people just line up in the hallway just watching. And if you have the curtain all the way open, that's like an invite that if you want, you can ask if you can join in, but if it's shut, then it's like nobody else is allowed in, but you can still watch. So,
did you learn all these rules like on the fly?
Yeah.
Or,
well, like when you first
they don't just tell you when you get there?
Yeah, when you first show up, they give you like a tour and tell you everything. Give you all the rundown and all that. But yeah, so our first time we went, we met another couple there and went into the. But I think we forgot to shut the curtain. So next thing you know, like a bunch of people are like there, and it's a little strange. But you're drunk and it's having a good time, so it doesn't matter. But so we had to learn that part of it, and then like we told somebody. Like, it was our first time there, so this one lady, she was going up and down the hallway just screaming, like, this is their first time. And it was just, wow.
That sounds like a nice welcoming community.
I mean, apparently they have a couple in Columbus. They're not Sunday, but they're other clubs, and there's one in, like, Fort Wayne, and then maybe, like, Indianapolis. So they're kind of spread out a little bit, but that's a good, I guess, club for Kentucky people and, like, Eastern Indiana, all that. Meet up spot. But,
did you ever go a long distance for a, with a couple or anything?
Usually Columbus was either because there's a lot of people in Columbus or there's people in, I would say, Akron and Clay, that area. So Columbus is kind of like the halfway spot for that, and that's usually, and we kind of knew the area, so that's where we would, I guess, take people out on dates. And whatever. Sometimes it worked out, sometimes it didn't. But Columbus was kind of our hub for that, if we didn't go to Sunday. Most of the people, like we met, were northern, and that's southern. I think there was a couple from like Kentucky we met one time, but we just went out for drinks. So yeah.
And what is the reason, do you think, that so many of them are military nurses and teachers? I'm just curious about that.
I don't know about the nurses and teachers. I guess the military, I would assume it's like if they're away and like, because I guess there's the myth that like military wives have always cheat when they. So maybe it's one of those things to where they just go ahead and allow it, and then it's okay. I'm not sure. Or maybe they're stationed somewhere and they're doing their thing. They feel guilty, so they're like, "Hey, you go ahead and do your thing too." I don't know. Like I said, there's a lot of different philosophies on why people swing. So
yeah, so tell us more about that.
we're good.
Why? Or we don't have to go.
Episode 1. There we go. Well, why we did it?
Well, yeah, and maybe we should save some things for future
Maybe.
episodes.
I think we should stop there.
Becomes like, ask a swinger.
Because we can get into how it ruins your marriage and all that later. So we'll probably just leave it there for now. We'll save a little something for our folks over in India for the next time.
Sounds good. So if you're listening in India or anywhere, really, just make sure that you, I'll figure out a way for you to ask questions. Maybe just leave it in the comments, and then we'll go from there. But, the other thing I guess we were going to do is a review. So,
yeah, let's get right in. Good transition.
I have a Chillin' Moose cigar, and, that's my go-to cigar. So, I like it.
Out of 10, what do you rate that?
I got to give it a solid 7.
7 out of 10.
And that's why I guess I go for it, is that it's a smooth cigar. You can do it like for a breakfast cigar. It's pretty light. It's a Corona, and it usually takes about an hour to burn through. So you got a nice, relaxing period of time. And they're cheap. It's like, I get it from Cigars International, and they should be a sponsor as well. And because you're listening, given how much money I send them, and I think it's a good stick for what you get. So, yeah.
I know nothing about cigars, so.
I don't really either.
I know. Yeah. Assume the listeners know what you're talking about.
I just like them. So.
What we're going to review next show? Episode 2.
I don't know. Do you have a product that you in mind?
I will then.
I really like to buy Facebook products, that I see in the ads on Facebook. So I was thinking maybe I could get some. There's some things I've had my eye on for quite a while now that I was thinking about.
Well, what you got?
There's one that's a lighter to go along with the cigar. It's really cool. It's like this little lighter that has like a little canister in it, and you pull it out, and it's got like kerosene or something in it, and you can light it out.
Alright.
So.
I'm gonna go ahead and fix this though. I'm not sure what pops up in my head. It's probably not the drug thing. But I'll let you know. Yeah. Probably gonna be like sex toys now. We talk about all the swinging stuff.
Probably, yeah. Maybe.
Sunday's probably gonna pop up on your phone now. So.
That's fine. Maybe we should review those as
You
well.
can get Amanda to join up. It's much cheaper.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to get her to.
You should.
But,
There's people that go there and they don't even talk to anybody. Like there's this guy, which I assume has a lot of money. He's got a ginger wife, very attractive, and he just sits on the couch and she like gets in her little bikini or whatever and just like dances for him. And they sit there and drink and that's it. Somebody comes up, he's like, nope, not interested. And that's what they do. They just sit there and watch everybody else have a good time.
I mean, neither of us are big dancers to begin with.
Oh, you have to dance.
Okay.
I mean, you just sit there. She should just experience it.
Yeah. I think a lot of people might go try it now that you've.
I mean, nothing to lose.
You've pulled back the curtain. So.
If you will.
It seems like a very scary experience. Until,
Yeah, it's
until you try
something
it.
you should see. I don't suggest probably indulging it unless it's your thing. But to see how people, if you're interested in how people behave, that's just a great place to be. Yeah, there we go. Fine. Incidental contact. We'll talk about that in future episodes.
So I guess if you have any questions about swinging in general or specifically Southwest Ohio,
I'm your guy.
And what else are we gonna do? We're gonna do anything else, or is that enough for this episode?
We probably, any listeners that we may add in the future, probably now never gonna watch it.
No. All right. Well, if you enjoyed this episode, if it even airs, then make sure you hit the like button and comment for us. Let us know what questions you have. And
Until next time.
hey, cheers.
All right, we did it.
We did an episode.